So the Rockets didn't waste no time shooting a shot.
So we lied, but we just was talking about how Phoenix is gonna give Durant up for 2 bananas and a pack of strawberries. Fucking
It might
anyway.
be a
God
McDonald's
damn,
chicken wrap.
Farmers market.
Oh, yeah, there's a chicken wrap in there. Yeah, he
They
ain't
brought the
about to
chicken
give
wrap
up.
back, so they'll throw that in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
A,
that
Mc, a McRib.
We not about to get no plug for no McDonald's in this motherfucker. Unless
Yeah,
these niggas
Popeyes.
dropping a fucking check, we not plugging that shit.
Yeah, Popeyes.
Yellow markers for that shit.
Exactly. Oh man. Now we are here with another episode of the Everyday Gems Podcast, episode 59. As you can see, Deontay is back with us. How everybody doing? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Hanging in there. That's my catchphrase. I'm gonna have that on a t-shirt. Hanging in there.
Merch coming soon.
Is the engineer with us today?
Yeah, he over there. He dabbling with some things.
Gotcha. Getting the mics right. Everybody mic. I was testing. I was hearing levels. I was like, he been working because the levels was great today. Levels was real good. So my nigga been working real shit. Real shit. No, man, let's jump into it, man. I know y'all heard today that that situation with Thibodeau is insane. Like I didn't see that coming.
I did.
I'll give my thoughts, but I want to start with Deontay. What did you think when you heard that?
I felt he got scapegoated just for them not winning. But it's like, how you gonna fire the man that got you to the conference finals, has gotten you to the playoffs 4 of the 5 years that he's been there, and you've gone further every year with him? That whole running everybody to the ground shit, maybe you got a point with that. But do you really trust Cam Payne and all these other niggas on that bench to play them significant minutes?
Yeah.
Until it ain't Thibodeau's fault that you traded 5 fucking first round picks for Mikal Bridges. It ain't fucking Thibodeau's fault that you traded Randall and Vincenzo and a first round pick to get Cat. Yes, he scores a bunch of points, but his defense is god awful too.
Yeah.
So it ain't Thibodeau's fault. Might need to look up in that office upstairs.
Was the Hartenstein dude? You let him go to OKC.
Well, he was a free agent, so
Yeah, they couldn't pay him. So.
Yeah, they chose Mr. Robinson, who missed 90% of the season, for a guy who.
I don't even think it was that. They paid OG. You once you know what I'm saying. You brought in Mikal with his, huh?
Didn't he get like 5 for like 190 something or something like that? Or 200 or something?
Who did?
140.
OG, he got some shit of money. He had over 100 plus.
They said he got 200 million.
It might have been shit. I don't remember what the contract was, but I just know next year Jalen Brunson making 34, Cat making 53, OG making like 30 plus. So I'm just saying
they hit. What is
that's my thoughts. I don't think he deserved to be fired.
Yeah. Court, what do you think?
Oh, I agree with the scapegoat part, but I'm also not surprised. I think the Knicks organization thought that they was that one trade away from going to the finals. So I figured anything short of that was expected. The problem was, like Deontay said earlier, like a couple pods ago, them niggas lost to every top team in the damn playoffs. The Pacers beat them 4-0 in the regular season. So what was the shock that you couldn't beat them? And then you came out game 1, jumped out on them big, and then the boy hit that miracle shot and beat y'all ass twice at home. You knew you was in trouble at that point. I can't blame Thibodeau for his coaching because, like you said again, you don't have depth. So you can only go 6 when you ain't got the 6. So yeah, this time, this ain't the Bull situation. This time I have to say the front office kind of handcuffed him when it came to actually using players beyond the starting 5 players. So, but yeah, like you said, scapegoat. Wouldn't surprise if Malone gets the job from former Denver coach. So
I was gonna throw that in there, but I wanted to see if anybody else will pick that up. Throw Mike Malone in there, but
what do you think, Sean?
Yeah, it's it's one of those, like, you would think the Knicks would kind of change the way they do things.
Okay,
but
I'm gonna interrupt. Hold up, Sean. OG is 5 for 212. Carry on.
That's a lot of money.
Thanks for that update.
Yes.
I knew it was a lot. I just didn't remember the number.
That's a lot.
That's called money wasted.
Dolan, still in charge. Leon Rose is, has his part too. So, when you look at roster construction, I think you are expecting something different if you wanted him to be more strategic and adaptive with his system. His system, it is what it is. It's not really as modern as others, and you give him a certain type of roster with it. It's like he's gonna fall to his comfort zone. He's not gonna go and experiment. It ain't really a lot to experiment with. So yeah, that's one of those things where I don't know what their expectations was, because it ain't like they've been in this position a lot in the past decade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even
25
longer
years.
than that. So you were
Since
clearly,
since San Antonio, what did they face San Antonio with 99, right? In the lockout season, right?
you know what I'm
Wasn't that
saying?
right?
So
Yeah, that was the finals. Yeah,
so you could look at it as every year you took the leap, right? You got to this point, so it should tell you, okay, we know we can get there. Now we need to might have to get more aggressive and shift some things.
Yeah, add some depth.
Yeah, right. Because you're
Your
looking
front five
across the
wasn't bad.
board. Yeah, you beat Boston, but Boston got there with depth. Uh, you know, you looking at what the Pacers have. You're looking at what OKC has. So you can't never sacrifice the depth. You have to figure that out. I always say you got to get creative with the cap. Especially now with the apron, you got to get even more creative. Everybody's got to figure some things out. So,
You got to create it with your GM shit, and he got to
um,
he got to build your shit from scratch.
but one
so
thing. I don't mean. I'm sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no,
I
you
just wanted
good.
to say one thing. They did build their team to beat the Celtics. The problem was they played the Celtics in the second round and
Right.
not the conference finals.
You got the job done,
Yeah.
but you didn't want to end. You didn't want to end like this. So,
How do they keep
um,
this roster with you paying OG2? You're gonna have to Brunson gonna get a nice chunk. Cat gonna have to get re-up.
yeah, because
Bridges,
Brunson
if you
took
keep
less
him, is gonna
than.
get paid a little bit. Somebody's gonna be going out of this five soon.
Well, they got niggas locked up for the next couple of years.
Everybody's locked up. Everybody locked up. Right?
Locked up. They straight.
Because Brunson took less. He
Yeah,
signed an
Brunson took less.
extension 2 years early so he can get Mikal Bridges and everybody get read up. So he, like I said, he's making 34. Cat is making 53 next season.
So really, they need to add a couple bench guys to bolster the depth of the roster more so
But
than.
I think they're strapped because they don't have no picks. You know what I'm saying? And they
They
don't
should
have
have
no
some veteran
money.
exceptions or something.
They may have to see if somebody wants maybe Mikal Bridges for a couple of, they might have to do some some juggling type shit. You know what I mean? Maybe get Mikal for a couple first rounds or whatever it may be. Maybe give them out for less and
they got to hit the free agent market and see if they can get somebody for the low.
Yeah,
they
they're
need
gonna have
some
to.
veteran exceptions or
have to,
something. They need depth more so than they need like a frontline starter. They need to be able to go 8 deep, 9 deep to be competitive with the 5 that they have.
They'll
they
have to
need
go.
a couple of my bad. They need a couple of 3-and-D, maybe J.R. Smith type players. Need a couple of those. I don't know if that's even in the league right now. I mean, you can probably.
No, he's not in the league.
No, not him.
You think about J.R.
Get higher
in the league.
with us.
That nigga was just fucking with when they won Game 5. He was fucking with Jalen Brunson. He had both his rings on while he was patting him on the chest.
Yeah. So, but let me ask y'all this question. Thibodeau's fired. Do y'all believe? Like me personally, I feel like mainstream media got him fired. Do y'all agree or disagree?
They put some fuel on that fire.
Yeah, I think the Knicks front office drank the Kool-Aid. They thought they were finals worthy this year, and they looking for an excuse to because they know they can't really change the roster, but so much with them about the fact that they've
But do
already.
you feel like mainstream media got him fired with the way they say he
Oh yeah,
coached?
they turned up the heat unnecessarily. It was a or else from day one. So anything less than the finals, he was fucked over.
Him and Sam Presti got his win or go home out this month. I swear to God.
The thing is like Thibodeau doesn't. I don't know if he has. I wouldn't say cat. Yeah, the word is cachet. He'll always get a job. It's a matter of him keeping the job is the problem. He seems like a nice guy, but his philosophy does not necessarily win. He's almost like D'Antoni. D'Antoni seems like a great guy. His system is player friendly, but does it win?
I was going to say Larry
Do
Brown.
do y'all think that's the feeling they got, where it was like, well,
He
we
can't get
seen
a chip.
we seen his past where he gets you to a certain point, but he doesn't get you to the next
What you said next?
step.
Could be. They could have seen it that way.
That's the only excuse I can give them because they made the roster what it is. They gave up a lot of solid players that's playing good for other teams for the roster they have now.
Because I give them this, they've been more sound with their moves than they had been previously. Like they weren't, they weren't making moves that
they're not
made
leveraging
sense
a house
for a
and
while.
getting Eddie Curry again.
The leverage thing with for the Mikal Bridges trade is because they did a deal with Brooklyn. Brooklyn wasn't gonna do no deal with them unless they was gonna rate them cats for all them draft picks. You see what I'm saying?
I will say this.
That's just like if we talking football, that's like the Cowboys and the Redskins doing a deal together.
Yeah.
It would be a major fucking overhaul, you know what I'm saying, if it was to go through.
Right.
I think honestly, they don't really have a legitimate reason to fire him. So I think they just grasping for straws because he didn't do a bad job. They've progressed every year he's been there. What legitimate reason do you have to fire the guy?
What was their record last year? Anybody have that? I know this year was 51.
They were fifth instead of fourth. I think there was like a 2 or 3 game difference. They was basically the same team.
But was their record better last year? I thought they had like 50.
No, they got a better record this year. They made it to top 3 this year.
Okay.
Last year
they went from first round to second round to the conference finals. Every year they went up in the 4 or 5 years.
Last year they ran out of gas because they was just too many.
And they got hurt. They were hurt last year. They were hurt last year.
I think the matchup of the Pacers was just the one matchup that they wanted to avoid more so than anybody else.
They would have rather played Cleveland. You think they would have rather played Cleveland than the Pacers?
Yes. Yeah, I think
just because of history says they need to stay the fuck away from the Pacers.
I think so. To be completely honest with you, I think that's really what it is more so than the Knicks just not being a good team. I think the matchup of the Pacers just was not the right team for them.
I don't have much on the mainstream media stuff because I wasn't really watching their whatever the hell they be talking about. So I didn't know the narratives that they was giving them. But you brought that up. Do y'all think at some point we gonna start hearing the Cat and Thibodeau issues? Like, because
you haven't been watching. They had a player only meeting, and they was pissed off about Cat's defense in the fucking finals. That's what they was talking about.
That's the same shit that happened in Minnesota too, right?
That's why I was because there's
his track record is I don't play defense.
His track record to me is I commit dumb fouls. He do the dumbest fouls and then be standing there looking at the ref like, "What did I do?" type shit. You know what I'm
saying? I got
zero, dog.
That what guy, do you mean? You fruit pot voice ass motherfucker.
The thing about Cat too, not to go too far, but I think it's funny how people just be like catching him in these odd predicaments that give him the zesty allegations, because it reminds me of when Bosch was on the Heat. He couldn't
no matter what he did, he looked zesty.
Everything looked sus. So it's like
and now they're apologizing to Bosch and said it was Dwayne Wade. I
seen some more ex niggas like, that's why Butler fucked your bitch. I said, God damn, y'all gotta chill.
Yeah, they gotta chill. That's too much.
Take it easy.
The whole thing about it though, it's like I trip off because I don't want this to be taken in a crazy way, but a lot of the way he talking, all the inflection, all that, he's Dominican. It ain't even that. It's like that's really it. I don't think
Oh
people
my
realized it.
God. Fuck. Cut his mic
It's
off. Why y'all
like
got him mic, yo? Why y'all got him mic?
keep a mic because it's hilarious. You gotta have a mic. This ridiculous.
But yeah, they literally
yeah,
like, man. I mean, you had a lot of like the like I said, mainstream media. Even Kenny had threw his shots in there about Thibodeau wouldn't play 9 men
in
on
a
a baseball
baseball
team.
game.
Baseball game.
But he did it. He did it in the same game. He called it before the game, and he played 9 guys. Yeah. And then it was like, "What you gonna say now, Kenny?"
Yeah,
He said,
what I mean?
he might be playing a football game before the game is over.
Yeah, and so that was the thing. I mean, of course, you had your Stephen A's and your Perks and all them. But again, mainstream, I think, was just so he don't play his team, he don't go deep into his bench. And it's like you got to make Mikal Bridges, and it was like, damn, y'all, he is working. Like, I mean, he's getting the best out of those guys, and he don't really have a bench that's going to match Indiana's bench. But
my
I think you do
thing
it
is
like
that
that. Not to mention,
what bench players do you got?
huh?
What bench players do they have?
They got a couple. I mean, I ain't gonna say they won the game with when they used their bench when they had to go.
What Landry Shaman and McBride's the only one that was getting consistent minutes.
Yeah.
Well, now if you call 15 minutes consistent.
Yeah,
And
it's
then they made the lineup change, starting Mitchell Robinson and sending Josh Hart to the bench, but he was still playing 30 plus.
Yeah.
So,
I think if you're gonna critique, I'm not gonna expect a lot from mainstream media. If you're gonna critique Tib, I think the offensive stuff is where you would point to. Rotations and all the minute stuff is whatever. Like, look at what he is working with and how he's doing it. I think that stuff is where you would say, okay, in this series he got out coached, and
that's what I was going with.
By a potential Hall of Fame coach. Does not act like he ain't going to get one of the best.
And I think for him, the stuff that he needed to kind of put pieces to the puzzle, it was a little too late, and that happens. But I think that's more of what it was than the rotation small. We know that. We all know that. It's always more to it to me. They just simplify too much, and it's a lot. Because to me, it takes away what the Pacers were doing. They was doing something.
They were guarding Jalen Brunson 94 fucking feet. He had to work for everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? So
I also think that the Pacers, I think that Thibodeau should have made Cat get his big ass on the block and slow the game up. Like, slow that bitch
that's not
up.
how you use Cat, though. I think that was a problem to me too.
Because he don't have a back to the basket game for real.
That dude shoot threes, man. You gotta get him. He's a unique weapon. You gotta use that. You if you go into this bag like he's Randall, which he did, it's the results you get. And I brought that up in the Boston series. It's like you need some type of 2-man with him and Brunson. Like, you need something.
You're like high pick and roll type.
You need something. You can't just do what they were doing. And I think when you got reliable shooters, you got to take advantage of that. You got to use that.
I thought it was an ISO penetrating dish. What they would try to do with Brunson get into the paint if he ain't had a lane, But again, it was like, damn, y'all gotta, I think because again, once the Pacers get to the open court, it's like, then they say they outscored them 114-40 in fast breaks or 60 in fast breaks. So I said, God damn.
Yeah, that adds up to the extremely large amount of turnovers the Knicks had too.
Yeah,
Pacers scored fast breaks after made baskets. They would score on this end. 3 seconds later, the ball thrown up, boom, boom, score.
You like, bro, watching.
My thing is, just add that to the fact that you're turning the ball over 17 times a game, so you're giving away easy points on both ends.
That's why I was they score the ball up. I mean, they needed
out of the basket. They scoring easy. You never had the Pacers never work for a bucket.
That's why I'm saying I think they did a post, which Cat doesn't have a post game. That's why I'm like, man, they should have found a way to really like, okay, we got to protect the ball and slow this game up. These niggas get to 115, we can't win this motherfucker. Even though what they average in that series, Knicks, they scored a couple. They scored what twice? They got over 110, I think. But for the most part, they couldn't get over that. It was very, very difficult for them. So I'm like, man, I think they would have slowed the game up. If they had a way too slow the game because they have no post presence, it would have been better.
The problem with the Knicks is their offense. Mitchell Robinson ain't gonna give you but 8 points tops. OG is not a scorer.
Josh Hart can get about 10, maybe 12 on a hot night.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges, you thought was a scorer because he scored in Brooklyn because he was the only fucking option to score in Brooklyn. He's not a scorer. He's not gonna give you 18 to 20. So when it's a running gun type of game, you're not gonna put up that many points because you only have 2 guys who can give you 20 points a night. And they had one, but shit, he also got 17, 18 fucking assists. So I ain't got to score all that points. I'm gonna get everyone else involved. Then you're gonna give me some free buckets with the turnovers. We're gonna run you out the net.
I think something that showed that he was able to. He probably could do a lot more than he was doing offensively is when they had to work without Brunson on the floor. They were able to be more effective. They would go on runs, and that was another thing too in this series. They just couldn't maintain runs. It's like a little outburst, and then it's like pace is still just moving along.
So question.
Now they're going on a run.
Off what you just
and
said,
they keep going on runs.
How do the Knicks score and take the ball out of Brunson's hands so other people can get involved?
Get the ball to Josh Hart, let him be the playmaker. Plain simple. But the thing to add on what you were saying, what's wrong with the Knicks is them motherfuckers had street names after them just for making the conference finals. They hadn't even won the championship, and they got street name. Every street in New York that had a number in it, that's one of the starting 5. They had a player name on that motherfucker. So that right there, I was like, bro, y'all really overlooking the Pacers. I got y'all winning in 6, but this is ridiculous.
They
happy to be there.
Yeah, they got ahead of themselves, man. They ain't never been there.
They throwing trash at a dude with a Halliburton jersey on, and then everything just goes bad.
Nigga, like, yo,
you know what the thing is too? When they get a moment to be like up, they ruin it by not acting like they've been there before. Cause you instantly see that and be like, yeah, I hope they get bounced. Cause they acting way too out of their
nigga, y'all can't fuck with us. Oh, Danny boy, sick.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, let's go.
Dallas Cowboys of the NBA.
Yeah, we gotta go to the next subject, man. Man, championship starts Thursday, right? 5th, September.
Yep.
June 5th. Yep. We got OKC versus Indiana.
The number 1 offense against the number 1 defense.
This is gonna be a speedy ass game. Whoever turned the ball over is gonna lose this series.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Whoever turns the ball over is gonna lose this fucking series.
Because both teams generate a lot of buckets off turnovers.
Yeah.
Whoever can control the ball and play within the offense, they got the best shot to win.
Who you got winning, Deontay?
It's destiny. All them trades and all that tanking is finally going to lead to something. I got OKC.
Paul George get the championship this year.
Both of them.
Playoff P get a ring no matter who wins.
Podcast P.
You been doing this shit right here. Crown me, bitch. Crown me.
They're gonna put his face on the court for the joint instead of putting the finals. They just put his face on the court.
They're gonna be crossing the court on his face.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Who you got?
Where's the trophy at? That is the trophy. It's Paul.
So in Indiana, he got on the Pacers jersey, the PG-13.
He got a split. He got a split jump. He got okay.
No, he got the 24. No, you got the 24 on in Indiana.
He got Indiana, the 13 in Oklahoma City. That's what's up.
It's gonna flip every game, every home game.
I think he's hearing this, and he's gonna be at one of them games, and they're gonna just cut the camera to him just so he can win. So he's gonna have a fucking sign saying "Watch the pod."
Listen, whoever win, he gonna be holding a trophy up as the MVP of the finals. Whoever win the joint, it's gonna be a hologram joint of him like this. Ah! No, but Sean, who you got winning the joint this series?
I got OKC.
Yeah. Cord, who you got?
To be the contrarian, I'm gonna say the Pacers.
I got OKC
Even
too.
though it wouldn't surprise me either way, but I'll just say the Pacers just to be different.
Just to spice it up.
Yeah.
I got OKC. But
I'm afraid if the Pacers do win, all y'all setting up is for OKC to flip them million picks they got to go get Giannis. And that's just gonna make shit even worse.
That's
so
what
that's what I'm saying. You better hope they win.
They whole roster and get Giannis. God,
no, not the whole roster. They get rid of them 99 picks they got because Milwaukee needs them, and about 2 motherfucking players, and they get Giannis.
That will be an insane.
What they gonna do? They gonna flip 2 bench niggas, give them
all the Jalen Williams and Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Joe for fucking Giannis.
Sam Presti and
the Wiggins kid.
They'll do 3. They'll give them all 3 of them, and then get Giannis.
That's crazy. I got OKC winning too. I got OKC winning in a sweep.
In a what?
I think Urkel's.
This man told me they're gonna beat them by at least 15 every game.
I do. I believe they're gonna win convincingly every game. I think
so you bet him on that?
I think Urkel's time has run out. Urkel's time has run out.
So he about to turn into Jaleel White.
Nah, I just don't. I think all that. I think he probably will still get off, but I just don't think it's gonna be
enough.
Nah, it ain't gonna be. You can't stand. I don't know how they're gonna hide you from Shea, but you got to guard that man to be out straight up. Jesus.
That Nate Smith kid is nasty, bro.
I say Nate Smith gonna be guarding Shea.
He getting up this. Shea is averaging what about 32
Halliburton
and
Dort gonna be going at it. That's who's gonna be going at it.
Yeah, Dort will probably get on Halliburton. Yep.
Now, if they go small, because that's the thing. OKC, if they play the small ball, it's gonna be interesting because then they might switch it and you might get Chet and Turner, which is that's a whole nother thing. That's the game. Whatever game plan they try to implement gonna be real.
If they win one, it's because of fucking Carlisle because he's a great fucking coach.
I thought that nigga said Kyle Lowry. I was like, who? Like, God damn, I don't play for them niggas. The engineer was talking to me, so I'm hearing 2 things. Okay.
So that must be breaking news. They got a 10-day contract for Kyle Lowry.
Like coach
at 39. This
they picked him up for the finals. They ain't
picked up Kyle Lowry. Good lord, they definitely ain't gonna win now.
I'm sorry, people. He said Carlisle. It sounded like Kyle Lowry. I'm tripping.
You back to the Spurs type shit. Hold up, wait a minute.
Pick up Kyle Lowry. Y'all can switch y'all picks if y'all want to. Since Lowry for OKC now.
So
you gonna trick it up.
I got to be in a sweep. I think Carlos coaching may get him 1 game, maybe. I got to be about 15 every game. Maybe game 1 might be a little closer. They probably got a little rust on them from this long ass layoff. But after that, if they don't win game 1, they getting rid of the building game 2, game 3.
I think 4. It's how Turner and Siakam.
Siakam is the key. Siakam is the fucking key.
How they attack the small ball. If they go small ball, how do they deal with the small defenders? Because that's the thing. The defender's gonna be everywhere. As soon as you turn your head, it's like, hey, that's going the other way. So,
yep.
But they are. I think it said they was ranked 3rd in protecting the ball. So they're good at that. So if the Thunder can take the ball away, it's gonna be rough.
They got
that starts the wildfire. But yeah, I think the way the Pacers can get some wins, they gotta get them out that baseline coverage. The Thunder, they gotta get them out of that. If you can, because they like you said, speed. They got the speed to close out, so they getting to you. So you can affect that and have to make them have to, get off that. square, then you probably steal some games. You probably take some games. So, but you gotta execute it too. So they may not even have it in the game plan. So I'm just saying. But
OKC can run you off the 3-point line too. Don't think of making them three. They run you off that line.
so I would say this about Halliburton. He cannot fall asleep off the ball. You can't. You gotta be screen something. You know what I mean? And if he gets too passive, they definitely getting beat. They getting swept if he gets passive. I'll say that. So he gotta, like you said, Urkel and all that. You gotta talk to Winslow's
So
and
you
everything.
seen that too?
Yeah,
They said Halliburton ball like Steve Urkel that game when he was dominating.
It was great. It was great. Whoever put that
It was
together was on
fantastic.
point. They went bar for bar on there, bro.
I'm like, this is insane. He really like this
Yeah.
nigga. Like he killing that like
So
that too though.
If Laura in the crowd and all that.
Answer this shit he doing. Busted their ass.
He need to come to the game just like Steve. That's what he need to do.
Trying to tell you.
If they see that, they go like, "Oh shit, we already know what's about to go down tonight."
You know what I'm saying?
Take
He
my
gotta
pick back. I might take my pick back.
gotta
Hold on,
play
they
into
getting game one.
the
They getting
to
game
the
one.
narrative or something. But
Yeah.
he can't be passive, man. And he ain't been in this, so you never know. But if he get passive, bruh.
But neither team has been in this position.
Both teams got one. Well, Indiana got two players that have been there: Caruso for OKC, Thomas Bryant, and Pascal Siakam.
Yeah.
Only guys that have won.
Siakam played and was a heavy contributor for a championship team. A little different than Caruso and
Let
Bryant.
me ask y'all this question.
Caruso was a critical person that played in that fucking bubble. He was very critical to the Lakers win.
Still not to the level of Pascal Siakam.
Well,
Pascal was the third option.
yeah.
So
Different
Van
options,
Fleet
though.
was
Yeah.
Van Fleet was going crazy in that series.
Van Fleet, it was Kawhi,
It's gonna
Van
be
Fleet,
agitating
then
niggas in this
fucking
game.
Siakam.
Yeah.
So
Who do y'all think this win would mean more for? Indiana or KC? This championship. So what?
Indiana, because they've never won an NBA championship.
I mean,
ever.
OKC hasn't either, but I mean, I guess it's been a
Technically,
league.
The Thunder haven't, but they did in Seattle. Seattle did get one.
Was it like 72 out of that motherfucker? Some shit like that?
70.
Yeah, I was just saying they got one, but if we're talking about just the Thunder, then no. Well, then it's both. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it go. I think it's both are significant because you look at it from the Thunder that separating them from the Sonics. They're a fairly new team, so getting a chip in this small time frame, that changes a lot.
I think it's even across the board. Both teams, great.
And like you
league.
said, the Pacers ain't never won it. Reggie Miller
What does
gonna be
that
everywhere
put Halliburton-
crying. So
Where does that put Halliburton right now in the league? Top 20?
The same spot he already in.
Dang. Where is that, Court?
He's probably top 15 point guards. Point
Just
guards,
point
not players, just point guards. He's probably in the top 10, top
If you win a championship and he get Finals MVP, he came in the top 20 players in the league. It's top 20.
well, he will have to win the MVP because he thought he won the last one and it wasn't. I don't know why he walked forward. I don't know why he walked forward. You can't win a Finals MVP. You had an 8-point game in the fucking.
He's probably top 10 at his position. Top 5, top 10 at his position. I wouldn't say.
If he wins Finals MVP in a championship, he cannot get a top 20 player in the league.
Bro, you can randomly name 20 players better than him. Just randomly name 20
They all
players.
at home, though. They all at home.
That ain't got shit to do with
Besides Shea.
Every year, most of them are at home. Only one team win the championship a year, bro.
You still can't. What y'all think? Sean, Deontay, what y'all think? Can he get a top 20 player if he wins the championship with
He
the
can get in top 20. He can get in top 20.
Yeah.
Player.
Yes, he can get in the top 20.
Oh, I tell you. Well, okay.
I think he can get in there, dog. A top 20.
He might already be a top 20
You
player.
gotta think some names coming out of that top 10. So
He might already be.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, you got a lot of these older guys. Their name is keeping them up there, but their play ain't there.
we ain't putting LeBron that high.
Yeah, at all. At
If
all.
you already have Halliburton in your top 20, then how much further are you going to move him up?
I moved him.
If he pulls this shit off, like Gary, if he pulls it off and wins the MVP too, you gotta move him up a few notches. At least
put him in that top
at
10.
least
dog.
4 to 5.
Already in your top 20. How much further you gonna move him up?
You could put him in the
4
top
to
10.
5
Not
notches.
in
So
that
if you're at 20, you go to 15. If he's at 15, he goes to 10.
I think he go to 10. I think he get top 10. If he wins the championship and an MVP, I think he can cut the top 10.
If they beat these niggas,
They're not supposed to win this series, dog. They have no
motherfucking Vegas got these motherfuckers as the highest favorite, the second highest favorite of all fucking time here. So I'm just saying.
That's what I'm telling. I don't even see the Vegas odds. I'm telling you, if they get a game, I'm gonna be like shocked. If they get 2 games,
OKC minus 700.
So then
minus 700.
So according to all the stuff you guys are saying, if OKC win, this don't do shit for Shea.
He's already the MVP of the league. He's already arguably a top 5 player now. So
yeah,
so he can't be number 1.
You got him, Giannis.
Why wouldn't he be number 1 then?
Well, because Giannis
that'll be up for debate.
So it doesn't really help him. He's already top 5. So this doesn't.
But you just saying how he can be number 1. That'll make him. They can put him in.
Shea has a way better team. Shea's team is crazy too. That team is good. Offense, the team,
and he's better than everybody on it.
Yeah.
So that means he's already top 5. The only way to be is number 1.
Well,
he's arguably
number 1 gonna always be.
He's arguably
it's between them foreigners, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Number 1 is between them foreign motherfuckers. It's not even a debate with that either.
I got it, Yoke. What I said last week, I got it with Yoke being the best player.
Jokic, Giannis, and Shea. Shit,
I think
three
Yoke,
niggas.
I think Yoke is the best player in the NBA right now. That nigga took them niggas to 7 games. Niggas can't get 2 games off these niggas now. With a depleted roster and a hurt team. A hurt starting
If Aaron Gordon hadn't the guy hurt, I had Denver winning that fucking series.
Me too. He took them niggas 7 games with a limp ass team and no bench.
So the championship really only benefits Halliburton benefits the most by winning it.
No, the Thunder benefits because they never won.
I'm talking individually. Well, neither as a pace. I'm talking as a player.
Yeah, if Shea get a championship in the MVP.
Again, listen. Are you putting him above Giannis?
Shea?
Yeah.
You can make that
I gotta look at what the numbers was when I gotta know the numbers what Giannis had when he won his. I look at that.
Unbelievable. My thing is he's already number 3, arguably. He's arguably 3. It's either Jokic, Giannis.
The thing is this: we're talking about.
Do they have to actually move? Because they'll all be tied at the same amount.
Exactly.
They'll all be at fucking 1.
Does he move from 3 to 1?
If he keeps going, he'll move everybody out the way.
Those two only have 1 chip and 1 MVP.
The thing is this though.
Joker got 3 of them motherfuckers.
Jokic and Giannis have been in the MVP race for the past 4 or 5 years.
And Shea's been 2. The last 2 years he's been in the race.
That's what I'm saying. So if he keep going, then he'll move them out the way. That's what
it's all about progression. He has progressed from a role player with the Clippers to the main guy to an MVP caliber player.
We're talking about right now. We're not talking about 5 years from now.
Giannis,
I ain't talking about 5 either. I'm talking like 2.
Giannis
this particular
35,
championship
13 and 5 in his finals appearance.
Huh?
Giannis averaged 35, 13 and 5 in his finals appearance when he was MVP of the finals.
So does Shea have to perform better than that to move above him? Because I'm sure Jokic's numbers are similar too.
Shea has to show me. It's more than just a stat. Shea has to show me what he showed me in the last series.
Like dominance.
He started. You cut me off, man. He got to show me what he did in the last series is not a one-time thing. Where he's showing that he can be a processor. He hasn't shown that yet. That's why I keep saying if he keeps going and progressing, he'll knock them out the way because they've already hit there. They already hit there. They've been there consistently. It ain't so much Jokic can add to the repertoire. Unless you see defense.
Yeah, he's been there already. This is
You know what I'm
his
saying?
first one.
And
This is his first one.
I'll say this: Giannis has brought in the mid range, which he didn't have. So he's found something else that he didn't have, and he's adding it to the two belt. So that's why they stand where they are, and they just that shit can flip though. Like I said, if he go out there, a lot of people may have him at one. I won't do that yet because I know he ain't hit his ceiling yet. That's the thing. And that don't have to be in 5 years. In 2 years, he could find all the pieces to
Yeah,
add
he's only
to
what,
the tool
25,
belt.
26?
Shit, Sean, it could be after this summer. He could
shit,
shit.
how old is
They
You know what I
winning
mean?
this
Like he
shit.
might unlocking this shit. Cause you gotta think before Giannis won the ring, it was like, can Giannis find that answer to those those questions and those obstacles that was in front of him the last two pro seasons when he lost? He was winning the MVP and then was getting sent home, and niggas was like, why is he getting the MVP? He ain't even going to the championship. And then he
He's
cracked
only
the code.
26.
He figured out how they was attacking him and said, I figured it out. I'm taking another level. I'm taking it up to another level. And he did it and they won. 50 piece and went to Chick-fil-A with a 50 piece. So
The
it's
next
like,
day.
you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like
and had Oreos, nigga, at the same time.
if Shay show out like that, he gonna make it a conversation. He's already in the conversation.
he might average 32, 6, and 6. Depending, but it all depends on how they look and
That's why
what
I
he
said the
does,
way
the
he got
impact
that 40, he got it in a different way. That's why I'm talking about like, yo, if he go that route, because that part of him processing is not a part of what people know him for. They know the MIDI and all other shit. That part of him dictating the game in his way with everything he already does, it's like, oh shit, hold on. He's figuring out some other shit now.
Yeah, he destroyed Minnesota like that. He was literally
So
like
that's what I'm
fucking them
saying.
boys up.
Like, if he steps up to that level and he shows out in this against this team, because they ain't no walkover. They are the favorite. So it's all about how he performs. Now, the thing overall, I'm not trying to let recency bias just shoot a nigga over niggas that been consistently there in that spot. That's really what it is.
And to me, I got yoked number one just because of that last series, man. He took them niggas a 7, and they basically played with 3.5 dudes.
So and like I said, I think individually it does boost. It boosts for SGA, will boost for Alley differently, but it'll boost for sure. It's a championship.
Yeah.
Like,
I do believe if you think about it and he wins the finals MVP and wins this series, Halliburton, you can make it like for top 5. Again, over Yoke, I cannot because
I'm not putting Hallie that high, but
yeah, you. I mean,
Hell no. Hell no. You on top 5 of what?
I put him in the top 20 players. He's not in the top 20 right now to me, but if he gets that, I give him top 20 players. But top 5 player,
I say he'll crack a 10. I say he can crack the 10.
I don't even got 10.
I got 10. If he gets the finals MVP and wins the championship.
Yeah, it's tough. I can't do it.
He probably be right at 10. Because that's a lot. That team, nobody in that team to do
that 10 to 15 is stacked. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but niggas know how I feel about
rough.
Tatum too, which I know everybody will put Tatum above him, but niggas know how I feel about Tatum. Niggas know how I feel about Tatum. So yeah.
Tatum already proved it. I mean,
you know what I mean? The baddest bitch in the room, with no substance. Anyway,
it feels like
but yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a real good series.
Yeah, it's like it's itching into the Black Jesus slander. It's like, okay,
it's because he's sponsored by
He
Mike.
can't just be Jesus. He got to be Black Jesus.
Hey, I think it's gonna be real. Well, no, I don't think it's gonna be a real good series. I take that back. I'm capping. I'm capping. I think it's gonna be a snuff film. Honestly, I do.
hey,
If any get one game, it's still gonna be a snuff film. The other 4 will be a snuff film. I feel it. They getting snuffed 4 times. They may get one of Indiana fall asleep. I mean, OKC fall asleep. Maybe. Other than
If
that,
they gonna win, I need to know which game it is, so I know to bet my life savings on it, so I can lick up on this motherfucker.
game one, just like LeBron and them when they bought out game one against Golden State, and J.R. Smith fucked it up.
Well, they didn't win that game. That was the game to win. Oh, that was the game for them to win, and they fucked that up.
Right. That's
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying.
see what
Like,
you're saying. Yeah.
and after that, it was like a bad day. After that, it just got murked the rest of the next three.
All I say is this: Pacers don't end up like the Grizzlies game one. Just don't end up like that, because
I don't think nobody in this entire playoff ended up like the Grizzlies.
don't end up like
We
that,
seen some
man.
people get beat, but ain't nobody get beat like the Grizzlies did.
No,
They got beat what? They was
beat, dog.
minus 200.
That was a murder. That was a
They
crime.
got
That was
beat
a
by
murder
50
scene,
points
dog.
like twice.
That is the literal definition and photographic like example of belt to ass. If every time somebody say belt to ass, it should just show that score like at halftime, not even the final, just halftime. Like, god
But they
damn.
don't fire their coach.
That was an
Meanwhile,
awesome.
the Knicks made it to the conference finals and fired their coach.
Well, a lot of niggas got fired this year, so you know.
The Grizzlies coach kept his job after giving that performance.
That game one was
Well, the Grizzlies coach has only been there 2 weeks.
I don't give a flying fuck. He shouldn't even had the job at all.
So you would have fired him after that?
What? He wouldn't have, but we would have fired him after game one.
Man,
Take
look,
the interim
man,
tag
OG.
off and take the coach tag. Matter of fact, take the whole.
You are a very strict GM. I give you that.
Game one was
But they
an Oz Adabisi scene.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that was game one. An Oz Adabisi scene.
The Grizzlies
With the can gun, with the tomato can.
That's fucked up, dog. That's a damn shame.
The thing about that is Mike scarred me for life with that fucking scene. So you know that nigga would. We trying to watch the show. He want to rewind it. It's like, bro, we don't need to see this again. God damn, we all witnessed it, Mike. Shit,
We seen it, nigga.
nigga do a play-by-play. So when you with the can of peaches, nigga, no. God damn, change this shit.
Mike ain't shit.
And you know Mike be doing that fucking grin. Y'all know the grin.
Oh god, my stomach.
Shout out my nigga, man. Shout out my nigga.
Oh, he a fucking idiot, man.
Doing that fucking grin the whole time. Like,
That
come
nigga
on,
Deontay
bro.
Deontay's looking at it like, I'm not getting involved. I'm not going that route with you, Gary. And then he said that shit. He couldn't hold it no more.
You threw the alley, dog. You know.
I feel you.
I gotta get
I went out of bounds. He threw the hoop.
Yeah, you was out of bounds.
I went out of bounds.
Deontay just knew I'm gonna fight this shit. Nah, I ain't getting involved. Nah, you're fighting this shit. Sean was like, "No, come on with it."
I'm gonna get this dunk, man. Fuck it.
But no, it's gonna be bad. I think, personally. But if it does turn out to be a good series, great for the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, you're gonna get people crying about the matchup. They don't like basketball, so I
The
ain't
people that's crying are Knicks fans. Motherfucker posted pictures of the Olympic team sleep on the plane saying watching the Thunder versus Pacers finals and shit. I was like, you sound crazy, man. Come on. Man.
You don't like basketball. It's fine.
Yeah. You niggas will be all right.
And they do this shit every year, no matter the matchup.
Y'all see my Detroit Pistons on, fuck y'all, so it don't matter. We'll be back next year anyway.
You need to tell the GM to go get Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Make it fun.
You know, basketball is different from football because I know, basketball is like, we getting better. We only win every 22 years any fucking way. So it's only been 21. So give us another 3-4 years, we'd be all right. We'd be all right.
I get it. I get it.
I can deal with that because we've had a championship. We've been there, even though we lost what?
Yeah, y'all got
some
banners in the building.
Yeah, we 3-3 in the finals, I think. But it's all good though. It's something like that, 3-3. But anywho, what y'all think about about any of this off-season stuff, man? Y'all think it's gonna be any real moves gonna really be made outside of Kevin Durant, or what are y'all looking for?
It's whatever Giannis is gonna be priority number one, and then wherever he lands, then the chips gonna fall where they may after that.
Yeah.
Is Cleveland got everybody locked up, or is anybody on Cleveland like a restricted free agent, or
Having them
Not
locked up.
they done locked up on the core guys, all the Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, and Garland, all them. Only person that's probably be a casualty is probably Jared Allen.
That don't mean they ain't tradable. Just because you locked up don't mean teams will make moves.
If that's the case, I think Golden State should go after him.
Golden State, we back to this shit again.
Bro, they would have beat Minnesota, dog. They was gonna beat Minnesota. You're a hater.
They shouldn't have beat the Rockets. In all honesty, they should not have even beat the Rockets. So Golden State is not a good team anymore. Jimmy Butler is washed. Steph,
go ahead.
Here we go.
Jimmy Butler is washed. Draymond is a bone.
Nigga. Go say what you about to say about Steph.
Goddamn Kuminga, he gonna be working with us. Come on now.
Fifth host of the pod.
Golden State. The last time.
Kuminga, the sound guy. He
gonna be the sound guy. Okay.
He's not taking my son's job. Come on,
backup. He the backup. When your son sleep, he can come in the game.
Kuminga be
Am I sound good?
Yeah.
Nephew, my sound good, nephew. Oh, I'm asking that. Okay, cool. So when was the last time that?
Well, you turn your sound down.
Yeah, you would turn the sound down. You perfectly fine.
That's what happens when you let Kuminga get on the goddamn mic.
When was the last time that Golden State lost a series healthy? When was
the last time they won a series against a team that was healthy? Their first 3 championships, they beat everybody that was hurt.
Oh, they cooking.
Well,
right
that last championship they didn't.
You hear this? They cooking.
They was gonna beat Houston anyways.
Smell like gumbo.
They won't beat them when Chris Paul went down. Chris Paul don't get hurt, they win that series.
They beat Cleveland twice.
Like bullshit, but okay.
They beat Cleveland twice. They beat Cleveland with no Kyrie, no Kevin Love.
That's about the second two.
Shut down, nigga. Every time they won, they always played a team that was hurt.
And Celtics was healthy too. The Celtics was healthy.
2022. That's the only championship they won that was not tainted. Bro. Every other one, they played a round or 2 against a team that lost somebody very valuable.
Why you hating on KD, bro?
Huh?
Why you hating on KD? Don't get mad.
You're the one that hate Kevin Durant. I still feel Kevin Durant is valuable.
I do got a point. Got a point.
You hate Kevin Durant. You saying no matter what he does, the team is gonna be trash. I'm like, if he goes to the fucking Rockets right now, that puts them over the hump.
Steph is the second best player of all time. Second greatest player of all time. I've said that on record. Steph Curry is the second greatest player of all time. I said it then. I'll say it again. Fuck y'all. What y'all talking about? I'm saying it again. Kobe won.
So you put Steph above Kobe now.
Have I not said this, Sean?
No, it's Kobe 1, Steph 2nd.
No, that's his list. His list was flawed from the jump.
Goddamn.
All you white fans don't like it. I don't give a shit for all you LeBron fans. Kiss my ass. LeBron is in my top 10.
This is not new because he called me maybe 9 months ago.
Jordan's in the icon bracket. He ain't in the regular bracket.
I got him 3.
You full of shit.
Yeah, he called me with this. I said, "Gee, that's gonna be tough to sell." I told him then.
I got him 3.
Make sure you clip this for the real. Make this part of the conversation as the real.
I will.
Put Jordan in the legends bracket. Take that, bro. You full of shit.
Mike 3, Kareem 4. I have said this repeatedly.
He called me with this shit.
Bruh,
but let's not get off the topic. He's back on Golden State. If they do this, they gonna do something. They got Jimmy Butler, and it don't fucking matter.
Dog, they was gonna fuck. They
were better off with Andrew Wiggins.
They was gonna beat OKC.
They was gonna beat OKC. They couldn't even beat Minnesota. How they gonna beat OKC?
Nobody's better than Steph. They still can't stop Steph.
I'm gonna say this: if they played
180 points, it's goddamn.
If they would have played OKC, it would have like the Grizzlies series. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm about to do that. When it could odds grunt.
You can bring the cans of peaches back. Bring the can of peaches back with the little hat because this shit about to be sick.
It would have been worse than that. It might have been the Aryan Brotherhood with Peter Shabetta on the pool table. That's what it would have been.
Fuck that shit.
And on that note, we are out.
The name alone took me out, dog. Anyway, man, I've always said that, but I really thought that. I thought Golden State could have made the championship if Steph wouldn't have got hurt.
You believe in everything Draymond say. That's your fucking problem.
No, I believe in Steph, the second greatest player of all time.
Yeah, this one getting clipped. It's gonna be fun.
Look, man, I'm telling you.
Well, I already heard this list, so this ain't new to me. I told you
My
then. I
list
was like, that's
ain't
gonna be a
changing.
tough sale. That's a tough sale.
I know everybody gonna be like, man, no, nigga, you don't fuck with Mike.
You know what?
I gave him top 3, Devon.
Know what, G? I might actually buy your ass a gift this year for your birthday.
I got all the 11s I need.
Nah, nigga. I'm buying you some fucking Currys with a jersey.
They don't buy me no Curry. Hey, listen, that's my dog.
Goddamn right,
Yo,
bitch. You getting some Currys, bitch.
I'm throwing them shits in the trash.
Oh, you wearing them.
You
wearing them, Captain Cape.
You can work out in them.
You wearing them.
Huh?
You wearing them. I'm getting your ass the Curry jersey with the goddamn sneakers.
Any Under Armour, Asics or some shit like that?
Asics?
Yo, Asics is crazy. Steph hooping Asics is nuts.
Curry brand, nigga.
No, I'm not wearing them all. Steph is
you wearing some Curry brands, bitch.
If I wear
Steph
them,
came out here with the Asics on the court, I'd be like, yo.
I wear a pair of Currys with them Currys with like fucking ankle bracelets that fucking.
Nah, I'm gonna get you the high top joint. I'm gonna get
bigger
you
than the goddamn shoe.
The mid, so you got some ankle support.
Nigga, it come with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy ankle braces and some mid shoe.
It come with the ankle braces, dog.
Yeah,
already built in. I'm not doing this shit anyway.
Yeah, bro. Yes, you are.
Anyway,
I'll buy you a Curry jersey.
I think a few teams gonna be in the KD sweepstakes. The Timberwolves. Do y'all think they're gonna get a little?
I think they'll consider it, but I don't know if they'll pull the trigger. They'll talk about it, but I don't know if they'll do it.
I'm no. Unless you want Randall and some picks, it's no.
Oh, yeah, you got to give up Randall. I ain't keeping.
I'm not blowing my team up for your motherfucking ass.
You can get Randall and motherfucking matter of fact, give them the Knicks package. Randall and DiVincenzo.
Conley, Randall, and a pick. Y'all need a point guard any motherfucking way. There you go.
Because 36, 37-year-old Mike Conley to run the show over in Phoenix.
Hey, you got a 37-year-old Kevin Durant.
Wolves need a point guard for real.
I'm not blowing my team up for this motherfucker for 2 years. 27 hollow ass points a game. Fuck that. Don't affect winning ass nigga.
This man ain't talking like Kevin Durant, Dak Prescott or something.
Did I say something wrong?
He don't show up in the big time.
Point. You acting like that man get 27 when they down 30 with 3 minutes left and he score all of them right there to make the score look better than what it was.
Dak is crazy.
Yeah, Dak loves the garbage time.
Cleveland.
The
quarterback from Cleveland, what's his name? Who don't
Joe
play?
Flacco?
No.
Flacco.
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. There you
That's
go.
Fucked up.
That is sick.
You a terrible nigga, dog. You was a
Yeah, he gonna tweet you tonight.
Yes, indeed.
That fact.
Not even from the bottom.
He giving you from the KD 35 joint.
Yeah, it's fresh from his page. Yeah.
And that's fine. Come on with it.
He can come with it.
Like,
that's a crazy comparison.
From the DMV shit, he only got
you really dislike KD because that's a crazy comparison. Like
you're mad because you ain't Steph, bitch. I bet you probably need some steps with some ankle support with your goddamn goof ass. Fuck out of here. I know. But all I'm saying, I'm not leveraging the farm for Kate. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving up my house for that nigga.
So why do you think Houston should do it?
I don't think Houston should do it.
So you don't think anyone should trade for Durant?
I think a few teams will. I think Dallas.
Well, Houston's already made their offer, so we know they're in the game.
I think Dallas should because you have players that are in their 30s that got about like 2-3 more years in their prime.
He's buddy with Kyrie, so that whole friend dynamic and AD gives them some. But are you willing to give up the number one pick?
They're not trading that shit, bro. They are not trading that number one pick. And the Kyrie thing didn't work in Brooklyn. Why the fuck you think it would work in Dallas?
The only reason I think they want them in Dallas because they was already interested. They don't seem like they moved off of it, so that's why I feel like they'll do it. Not necessarily because of the Kyrie stuff, but
see that
they
number
just
one
seem very interested in KD.
See that number one pick complicates a lot of things for Dallas.
You talking about for Kalen Clark? I mean Cooper Flag.
God damn it.
Well, he's actually,
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Take it easy.
different player, but I get what you're going.
But
Here
you know
we
what I'm
go.
saying? It's like
You caught me, sir. You caught it. Thank you.
I
if
get what you're
teams
going.
were
I get
Hey,
it.
teams are
Deontay caught it.
interested in,
You caught it too. Thank you, sir.
so like if Dallas was really trying to make a move, them getting the number one pick kind of eliminate them actually probably making a legitimate move. They're probably gonna stay pat. Now the rest of the teams, they might do something, but I don't think Dallas gonna make any moves because everybody's gonna want the number one pick if you're gonna make a trade for a significant player.
Yeah, I don't.
So if they call for Giannis, they giving up the number one pick plus, or unless they giving up some shit, they're gonna need that. You know what I'm saying? So number one is gonna go for any of them superstars. So if you can just like some complimentary pieces, you probably can keep that number one pick and then just add some fill-in guys.
But that's why I say Detroit, not because that's my team, but I think he fits well. He doesn't have to be the guy there. He'd be a great second option. If they're not asking for the house,
What do you guys have outside of Cade Cunningham that they would want?
Well, I think are they going? It all depends if they're going for a rebuild. Have y'all heard anything
Absolutely.
about that?
They're gonna blow that shit up.
They have no fucking picks, bro.
They might.
Yeah,
They
so you're gonna
need
have to move the
youth.
draft pick.
They need youth and picks.
So I think we can give up a couple of players off that. We got somebody. Who was the guy that was injured for us last year who didn't play? He's like 20.
Ivy?
That's the point guard. That's the guard. He a point guard inside, but he's a scorer.
I'm just saying that maybe a couple picks if they want to go young. They need a point guard, and they want to go young. Cade ain't going nowhere. He's a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, I just don't think y'all have enough ammunition. I'm not saying the fit ain't there. That's true. The fit is there.
That's what you're
Just
saying.
the ammunition to pull it off is really the question with Detroit.
I think the timing. If y'all were in a different window, I think it would
Yeah.
swing that way.
So I
But
think
Who
y'all
you
might-
got on an expiring contract? Something like that. An expiring contract, some young players, draft picks, whatever.
you could probably
Not
win
nothing
those
too
guys.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
See,
I don't think nobody's gonna pull a Mikal Bridges and do 5 first-round picks for Kevin.
Still crazy.
I don't see that happening.
So,
Y'all
being
just want to get that mega
what do y'all
trade.
think about the Celtics? They have
They
like
gonna stay pat.
free agents and expiring contracts.
They're gonna move
Back to the Celtics. I put this on the pod 3 fucking episodes ago. Drew Holiday and Porzingis are the fuck out of the door.
Yeah,
They-
they're moving now.
They are gone.
Horford.
They already been putting out reports that
They
they're
out.
gonna be shifting the roster up. So
Yeah. Shit, that Horford might
we
be another
talked about
person.
them two being
Horford as a free agent, I think, and he might say fuck it. He might hang it up.
Deontay, correct me. You say out the door that they're getting traded or they free
Yes.
agents?
They are,
They're
if they're gonna blow this team up. Those 2 guys are the first 2 to go. Just like Denver, their core 4, the first motherfucker out the door is Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. Him and
Guarantee.
because you're not gonna
Jamal
move Derek
Murray and
White. You
Porter
can keep
Jr.
Derek White.
They gone.
But then that'll be the way to go if you're KD. Because I think that'll keep them afloat while Tatum's getting healthy because he should be back by what is that? Is that a 10-month?
9 months.
9 months. That should make
2
them
a year. And everybody that comes when you first come back, you're not even fully you.
No.
There'll be a 5 seed with that roster with Jaylen Brown if he's healthy,
But it's
KD, Derek
just
White.
Jaylen Brown and Derek White. That's it. Remember, it's just them 2.
Shit, Peyton Pritchard gonna get more time.
The six
Peyton
man.
Pritchard might be starting if they get rid of Drew Holiday. He'll be probably starting.
Yeah, he probably will.
Okay, so that you've named
I
3
think
players.
that's probably why they're gonna move him. They
You
probably
named 3
feel
players.
like
Who else? Who else they
Pritchard
got?
can
What
do
else
that.
they got?
Austin got picks too though.
All them shooters they got on that fucking team,
Austin got
shit,
picks.
they just shot themselves out the fucking playoffs. That's all it was, but it carried them for the entire fucking year.
What is it? Komet or whatever the white dude?
Yeah.
Tall white kid he can shoot.
Don't they got picks? Deontay or Sean Boston? They got picks, right? They got some picks.
But they're all late. They're all late in the first round because they win. So they're not early round. They're not early picks. They're just guys who you feel the roster.
Well, them niggas ain't got none.
Well, they know how to scout, so they'll find a guy.
Yeah, they can pull somebody through the cracks, but they don't have like an early lottery type.
I don't think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be aggressive in retooling and not really trying to like
rebuild. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
retool.
They just
Yeah.
gonna retool and with the mindset, okay, this year we gotta be competitive, but we want to work within what makes sense. So, like you said, Porzingis, you know, him with the illest, you can't really even
Yeah.
pretend
That
to
amount of money, he's not
They
think
consistent.
gotta
that's gonna
save
get
some
better.
money. Shit, if I'm Golden State, I'll hit them niggas up. I'll hit Boston up. If they
Yeah,
trade,
give me Jonathan Kuminga, and you can have Porzingis with this illness that we don't know what the fuck it is.
you gotta give me what's his name too. Fuck that.
Holiday, shit.
Yeah.
They can have Brzezinski too.
If I'm
Brzezinski,
thinking Holiday, I'm hanging the phone up
all
and going,
motherfuckers
fuck
can go.
y'all. Click. You give me Drew Holiday. Fuck that.
Yeah,
That nigga's a winner.
Holiday and Porzingis for Kaminga.
I think Drew Holiday
Rudy
winning days is up.
and goddamn what's the Brzezinski, the point guard dude. You can get all that shit.
Hell no, you ain't get Bajewski. You ain't get Bajewski.
That dude sucks.
Off the bench, he's perfect for them niggas.
Bro, off the bench, he's ass.
Now keep Bajewski.
He
I
could have
give- I
gave
give
him.
him
He
Gary
didn't
Trent.
give Golden State jack shit when
I mean, I'm a Gary Payton. I give him Gary Payton first.
What?
Gary Payton.
Man, you crazy. I keep him before Brzezinski.
I got Drew Holiday.
GP
I got
can
Drew Holiday.
travel. Bro, GP played fucking power forward and he's 6'2".
That just shows how fucked up their organization is. You got here playing power forward.
Yo,
these
that
six
small
fucking
ball is really
He be guarding power
Because
forward.
Jared Payton ain't nothing but Lance Stevenson. He can't play outside of one team. Lance Stevenson looked pretty damn good in Indiana.
Yo,
Every
that's
other team he
crazy.
played for, he was complete ass. Gary Payton outside of Golden State is complete ass. I know he played for my Trailblazers. I know. And we send his ass right back to Golden State.
He's a
I don't
system
remember
guy
him
for sure.
a minute for y'all. I
Take
think
it
he was
back
on
and
the
give me a
roster,
box
but
now
he
later,
was
dog. Give me some gummy rings or something, and you had to take it back.
Get
Oh,
some
you
peak
bullshit.
rings in
Yeah,
Arizona.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want some young players,
Trade him for
Cleveland has some young
$3
players that's
$9
worth trading for. I
And
call
250 of that was
I want to
the
get young.
gummies, yo.
Yo, this apron is fucking teams up. Niggas is trading snacks and shit in the middle of the trade.
We feel like this is fucking prison. Niggas trading
Yeah.
commissary snacks and shit.
Shit turned into the county.
Listen,
God damn.
give me Mateen Cleaves.
Bro, you already lost.
Do
Boy, Star Crunch.
Shit.
Star Crush? God damn.
That's an awful lot from a
I'm gonna
team.
hang up. I ain't gonna
Yeah, damn, that's a bit much, man. You gotta
get an oatmeal pie, something.
turn that down. You can't give
He's
it up
not
a
worth
star
an
for
oatmeal
that.
pie. That's too expensive. Hold up now, dude.
Get that nigga goddamn
He from Flint.
goddamn generic cookie rolls or some shit.
Y'all offering all these snacks, and what about the honey buns with the strawberry jam in the middle of the motherfucker? The little swirl.
We're talking big money now. Talking big money.
The strawberry
That's the big money right there.
Yeah,
That's the big money.
That's a luxury move. That's a luxury move.
Yeah, that's at least Jimsky right there. Come on now.
Pajimski.
Stop bringing that sorry
Pajimski.
motherfucker up. That nigga ain't worth no goddamn strawberry roll.
Why do you hate him, dog?
He's terrible.
Man,
He hates him as much as you hate Kevin Durant. Come on now. We just spreading the hate around this
Kevin
motherfucker.
Durant got some credentials. Brzezinski ain't got it.
You got it. I don't hate Kevin Durant. I just think he's not worth the money he's getting.
Bro, they hold Brzezinski hostage like that motherfucker. Goddamn, like he's the next dude. Man, Brzezinski's terrible, man. Get that motherfucker.
Say he lighting up to be Clay, huh?
Bro, what?
That's crazy.
What?
If
Couldn't even get a shot up, but you get rid of Clay. Never mind. Let me stop talking about
Houston
Let him be
don't
Clay.
land KD,
He light up to be
where
Clay.
you think they'll go?
Huh?
I said, if Houston don't land KD, where you think they'll go from there? They just stick with the youth and keep going that way, or
that. I still think they need to trade Jalen Green though.
They gonna trade Cam Whitmore before they trade that motherfucker. That's what they should trade if they were trying to get over the hump. But Cam Whitmore is on the block, and I feel
Antonio, I call Houston for Jalen Green.
That Thompson kid nasty for them. Matter of fact, call Detroit and try to get his brother from Houston. Shit.
y'all get the fuck on.
Give me the Thompson kid. Give me the go try to get
they
I
gonna
think
be
y'all got the Azor Thompson. Get him. You want to trade for somebody.
If I'm San Antonio, I call Houston for Jalen Green. See if they hang up my face about it. See what they talk about.
Shit, they probably answer
They
that.
need Jalen. Who you say? Houston and San Antonio do a deal?
Hell no,
Yeah.
they need to go ahead and get that boy. What you call him in the draft? They'd be
Ace
all right
Bailey.
I was say ain't San Antonio picking second? Yeah, they got the second and the 11th or some shit like that.
Trade
Second
that
and the 9th or second and some shit like that. Either way,
second, get Jalen Green.
2 and 14.
Give that
Jalen
second.
Green just let me down, man. He's the reason why Golden State actually won that series. But yeah,
I mean, De'Aaron Fox, and you ain't giving him up, or you know,
they're not gonna trade none of them motherfuckers. Even if they try to get Giannis, I bet you they won't even trade Castle, and he won fucking Rookie of the Year. They probably ain't won't even think about trading that motherfucker.
No.
what is Jalen? 2 or 3?
A 2.
2. Yeah, I mean, shit. De'Aaron Fox, the point guard. Why not? That's a nice little backcourt.
What the fuck is
Get the boy
Castle?
in the draft.
Castle's
Put
a 2.
that nigga in a goddamn trade too. Fuck it. The nigga in the trade too.
Hey, I guess you ain't winning GM of the year either. Both our asses on the goddamn.
You know what? All right, you right. I know what. I got the perfect team for KD. The fucking G League.
I'm out.
Let him
Mike,
finish his. Let him finish. Let him finish his career.
Our truth didn't get
Outside of
fired
it.
for this.
Hey, I'm just saying, let him finish his career outside of the NBA.
Go ahead, sign off, B. Go ahead.
Our
Go
truth
ahead.
didn't get fired for this.
This is episode
truth,
59.
That was rough. But yeah, man.
Thank y'all. This is episode 59.
Listen,
He
I
said the
do
G
not
League.
hate KD. I just don't think he's worth the money. But what I said about Kobe and Steph, I meant that shit. And Jordan, I meant that. And Kareem,
Don't try to hit the button, motherfucker. Now, no sir. You bringing up dumb shit.
we have to.
Don't try to roll that fuckery.
We have to go. We will talk to y'all next
bet
week.
you
I'm not letting
motherfuckers
Court
do
get his
gotta
shit
go.
off.
I
Fuck
bet
this
you
shit.
do.
We are gone. Y'all have a nice
Yeah.
night. We out.
Fuckery.